Avatar took almost 20 years to produce. James Cameron originally came up with the idea of his record-breaking film, Avatar, in the early 1990s, so why did it take over a decade to begin its production? Well, he pitched his vision and was told that the technology of their time needed to be more advanced to create his vision. He figured that as each new film came out, technology found a way to advance, so he knew that by waiting and watching, his vision would come to be brought to the big screen. When Avatar was released in 2009, it absolutely demolished box office records. The most significant record it broke was the highest-grossing non-sequel. This is huge because this simply can't happen anymore due to the Marvel Cinematic Universe, as I showed in my previous video, so if you haven't seen that yet, you should be sure to check it out after the video. But even over a decade later, it still holds the record for the highest-grossing movie of all time. The film that Avatar beat at the box office for the highest-grossing non-sequel was James Cameron's own Titanic. So obviously, the guy knows what he's doing. So what is the Avatar universe? Why is this vision so important to James Cameron that he waited almost 2 decades to make sure it came to light? Let's dive a little deeper, pun intended. Cameron has always been known for 2 things: his love for the earth and his intense research when creating films. According to Rolex.org, on the 26th of March 2012, filmmaker and explorer James Cameron made a record-breaking solo dive, 35,787 feet, below the surface of the Pacific Ocean to reach the world's deepest frontier. Apparently, this guy wants more than just record-breaking movies. So, he loves the Earth, and that's obvious, so what does this have to do with the Avatar universe, you ask? Well, the entire plot point of the first Avatar film was about an indigenous land that the prominent bad government colonizers wanted for themselves. The problem was that this particular land was already populated by an entire colony of very tall and slim blue people who mated by plugging their hair into each other, but that was beside the point. The government created these bodies that could be controlled by people lying in tanning beds, and this is where the term avatar comes in. A man in a wheelchair can control one of these bodies and is immediately hooked because he can walk again. To speed up this summary, he falls in love with someone who lives on the indigenous land and learns the importance of it. He then fights back against his own government so they won't destroy the land, all while he is lying in his tanning bed. When Cameron pitched this movie idea, he was told it was fantastic, but he had to cut out the tree-hugging stuff. Cameron replied that the tree-hugging idea was the whole point of the movie. They let it slide, and the rest is history. When the first film came out, I thought it was a one-off. But when you make the highest-grossing non-sequel of all time, isn't it the right business choice to make a sequel just to see what happens? Or perhaps even 4? Yes, that's not a joke, they have a total of 4 new films coming over the next decade. Cameron announced in 2010, after the film made $1 billion, that there would be several more and that he has had a whole storyline for the universe from the start. But who am I to question a box office genius? Let's see what the man cooks up, and enjoy the journey. What do you think about the upcoming Avatar universe? Do you think it will be able to compete with the Marvel Cinematic Universe for box office success? Let me know in the comments. Please subscribe if you enjoyed the video and leave a like as well. Anyway, that's all I've got for now. Have a great day.